Only Indian frat boy from Texas. I've never liked it. A fantastic person, better than me at squash, I found out very soon, but probably both of us suffered the same amount of injuries. But anyway, over to Ashe.
Breathe! Yeah.
That's it. So Vicky, before I started, when I got the speech ready, Vicky comes up to me and says, Ashe, I need to see the speech. I'm like, what do you mean? So she said, yeah, I need to check the speech out. So she did. And she looks at it and then she says, Ashe, these are the words you cannot use. So it's about 15 seconds of speech that I got left. I apologize, sorry Vicky, but I'm going to have to go with my original. Not just kidding. But no, I'm going to start. I want to thank the professors. Cecilia, you did an awesome job thanking them, but I got it. I'm going to Warren. I guess I'm going to start with you, sir. Fantastic class. I loved it. But I got to tell you something. I mean, your classes, I really studied hard for. I mean, I prepared crazy. The first class, not so much because I didn't know how tough you were, but after that. The reason I want to say this is because I want to defend myself a little bit, okay? Because, you know, when you're at the other end of class and you ask the question, man, I know the answer. I'm like, yes, I know it. Come on, call on me. But it's like when you turn around and you look at me, it's like my brain just starts to freeze. I have no idea. I start to forget stuff. It's like I'm getting parts of it's going to amnesia. And then when you walk up right there in front of me, it's gone. It's dead. I got nothing. I mean, you can be like, what's your name, son? Somebody help me out here. But you know, what I will not forget, sir, is what you've taught us other than that. All the other stuff, the goal congruence. And for me, the motto for Harvard, I apologize to Neil, is going to be to make a decent profit decently. It's pretty cool. Got a little bit of credit about his hair, but there's other stuff he does. So sorry, Hannes, man. I'm gonna do it again. Warren, I just want you to know how special a group you have here. Hannes, you probably already heard, but he's been raising money for the ball. Nobody asked him. He's doing it, and he's going out there and saying, guys, let's do this. He's already raised $6,000 as part of the team. Other thing I want to say is, you know, we did the case about the Jaipur foot. But check this out, Mirek decides to call Dr. Mehta, or sends him an email. Dr. Mehta calls him the same night, calls him back, and now we're going to have the Jaipur foot sent to Poland, and we're going to have that. That's our class. That's GPAT, baby. Stefan. Oh yeah, there you go. Well, you know, one of the things I wanted to do was, after I went to Harvard, I had to show off. And I was like, come on, baby, yes, what's the answer? I'd run around and all that stuff. It was pretty cool, but the conference room in my office is about this long. So there I was just running around like an idiot, right? So then the guys were like, is that what he really learned at Harvard? But no, the answer is no. It's not just about the experimentation and all the cool stuff you taught us, sir. But what I learned was innovation. It's so little to do about the technology. It's so much more to do about the people. And I want to tell you something based on your last class, sir. I'm going to do my best. Wir lassen dich nicht im Stich. Versprochen. Well, and for the rest of you, what I think that is with an Indian accent, with a little bit of Texas twang, the German basically said, we will not let you down. Promise. So, let me see. The next one on the list is me here, but he's not here. Woo! I mean, you know, he didn't just demystify finance, right? Oh, finance, sorry. I had never heard it pronounced finance before I got here, but that's pretty cool about Harvard. He didn't just demystify it, right? He illuminated it. I mean, before that, finance was like, as soon as you see the finance guy walking into the office, you're like, oh. Damn, man, I had no idea. DCF, IRR, like, can somebody else do this for me? But he just cleaned it up, right? I mean, you understood all of these things. But you know the thing that I just didn't understand in finance, or from here, finance? It's like, when I was growing up in college, I thought you had to play the guitar or be a rock star to have like this huge groupie fan club. You know, finance had the same effect on women. She's not here either, so I feel bad. But you know, Vicky, you'll be happy to know. Please let her know that the one word she will not be hearing in her class is baby. No one else can say that anymore. I'll make her that promise. But you know, the thing about her was she made such a difficult thing happen in class. It wasn't economics, right? I mean, I went in there thinking I was going to learn economics. It was politics. It was diplomacy. I mean, you combine all of that stuff. We were talking to the Japanese and discussing things about Japan and China and India. I didn't piss off individuals. I was pissing off countries with the stuff I was saying. I mean, and when you have an Indian passport, you cannot go anywhere without a visa. So I'm pretty much like left over here. But you were able to have those conversations, and it made it happen. Reza, we're talking about Russia. We're talking about all of those things, right? How cool was that? And she made it happen. But you know what the best thing she did, Sunil? I want you to know this. She actually reduced my drinking a little bit as well. And the reason I say this was because I'd usually say, hey guys, I'll meet you at 9 o'clock, let's go have a beer. I'd start reading her cases. And it's 1 a.m. in the morning, I'm still like, Margaret Thatcher did what? But you know, I mean, she's fantastic. And the thing was, Hannes, I had this awesome thing where I was going to walk over to you and say, hey Laura, and then like, oh, sorry Hannes, you won't get it. There was an inside joke between Laura and Hannes. Andy, is Andy here? Andy's not here, but I'll tell you what I learned on negotiation from Andy. The first thing was that, man, I can't negotiate. The second thing was I can't negotiate with Japanese.
Yasu! Yasu!
I thought I had my stuff together, man. I walked over there and I'm like, yeah, and I'm not going to say his name, Yasu. But I went there and got my ass kicked. My God, Yasu. And then the whole time I walked away thinking, shit, I'm done. And then I walk out and I'm like, what? That's what I ended up with. But the second time I prepared a lot better. Got my ass kicked again by another Japanese. and then the best line I got from Sen was, I didn't know you were lying though. You were honest the whole time. I was like, what are you talking about, man? So the three, I mean, we learned a lot of techniques though. Really, seriously though, we did learn a lot of cool techniques like Zopa, Batna. But the best technique I learned, go hire a Japanese guy to do it. You know, when I was copying Stefan, I also copied Sunil quite a bit. You know what he does, right? He writes everything on the board. So I went back to my office and I'd say, guys, come on. So I went back to my office and I'd say, guys, come on, throw out your ideas. You know, all the stuff we learned from Ideal, from Sunil. I was writing all these ideas, man, they were fantastic. I'd finish, I'd sit in the conference room and look at that board. And they were the crappiest ideas I had ever seen. They were just, I was like, what are we talking about? And then I paid a little more attention. They were all my ideas. Everybody else had good ideas. So, Sunil, I have to say something, sir. Thank you so much for taking my stupid ideas and putting them on the board and making it look like I was saying something smart. So, but the other thing, sir, I know you do it every time you talk and you're giving a speech. You're always thanking all the professors. Your humility is fantastic, but you do an awesome job too, sir. Thank you very much for making this happen. Oh, hold on. Before I start, I got your bio here, and I'm gonna circle on it, put a number on top, and put a circle. Scale of 1 to 5. 5 plus. Linda, was you made us all mini started off, and it was about Rob Parsons, you know, Keller, Rudy Gassner, and we were looking at other people, right? But what you've transformed us to is now we're looking at ourselves. You know, we start with that, so it's not just about the others. It's like, what are we doing for ourselves to make ourselves better? So thank you very much, Linda. You've made us all much better human beings as well. Thank you. Wow, and it's fantastic. You get a standing ovation. Quick question: when you walk up, just be dark. I mean, you're just fantastic. And for the families who haven't had the privilege to listen to VG, right? He makes people cry in class when he's talking about business strategy. He's a grown man, and I'm not talking about like, I'm talking about awesome. But VG, I'll tell you, I do have a comment, sir. You would make a really bad poker player. You could play poker. I'll tell you that, because when other people are talking, like the smart people in class are talking, you're always telling them to expand on their ideas. You know, like, make it bigger. Yes. As soon as I start talking, it goes like this. Sometimes I've seen you even load it up and throw them to the ground. But seriously though, you know, as professors, you guys are amazing, right? You're not just accomplished educators. You know, you're really enlightened teachers, and you've allowed us to bask in this light. And we promise you one thing: all of us from 44 countries, wherever we go, we're going to share that light. It's not stuck in this room of 117 people. It's going everywhere, and we'll share that. And that's a promise to all of you. Now, the best part, my fellow JPers, I'm humble. Okay, if you guys know me, you know, from Module 2, I actually made it a point to come and know you, get to know you guys, because you guys are unbelievable. You have no idea how best of the best you guys are. And from where I'm standing, you guys are just fantastic. And you know what the cool part is? We can actually say we've been to Harvard as of tomorrow. Yeah, baby! It's not that we went to Harvard. You know what I can say? I went to Harvard with you guys because you guys are that cool. Okay? Now my living room. Okay? I just got 3 things to say to you guys. Okay? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm really sorry. Thank you, and I absolutely love you guys. Okay, you're family, and you know what? I just want to say this. This is for all of our living groups. I'm speaking for every one of us because I know we all feel the same. We're family. I have no idea how we connected so fast. I mean, I've had guys working with me for 20 years. I'm thinking like, what? But you guys are fantastic. Thank you very much. I love all you guys. Not only that, so you talk about the living room, Vicky. How do you do this? I mean, how do you get 117 people to do this? You, Brett, Jen, Kat, I have no idea where Catherine is, but it's magic. You know, you talk about ingredients. I don't think there's a recipe. I think you guys said there's pure magic, because you know it's like the movie. I can't remember, Night at the Museum. You know when you guys leave, oh man, there's some serious magic going on. And for the families, you guys sacrificed quite a bit, okay? I know it's hard. It's really, really hard. But I want you to know this, that what we got here didn't just make us smarter in business, it's made us better human beings, and you witnessed it. So I promise you guys that. So thank you very much to the families as well. Last thing, Dean Noria said a couple of things. One was about it being a deeply transformational experience when you come, and it is absolutely that. We didn't just learn, we absorbed everything that you said. And you guys know it too. I know Linda, Warren, Stefan, Sunil, Andy, you guys know that we've got it. And even the last case, none of us said, I don't want to read the case, we actually read the case. So it has been deeply transformational for us. So you've been successful on that side. The second thing is, he also said that you cannot call yourself a leader, okay? That other people have to call you a leader. Guys, leaders, I will follow you anywhere. Thank you very much.